Hey guys, what is going on? It's Fen here again. Today we're doing some more Orcs Must Die 2, and we're actually going to just talk a little bit about the spells and abilities we're going to be using, and we're going to change it up a little bit. So, if you didn't know, you can actually refund your skulls. So all the upgrades you've purchased, all the traps you've purchased, then you can actually change them whenever you want, which is a really nice feature of the game. So I'm going to go down here to my spellbook and it says refund skulls. I'm going to click that, and it actually wants you to do this because you do get an achievement for actually doing this. So I highly recommend doing it, and you probably will have to do it if you've made the wrong selection choices at the earlier stage of the game, because you will need different traps and stuff later on to actually finish the game. So I'm going to go to traps, and I'm going to get my weapons first, my mobile weapons. The first one is going to be the Ring of Lightning, simply because it's very powerful. I'm also going to choose Lightning Storm now chills some enemies, because I think that's quite important to slow down, especially them situations where you've got one side where you need to put a lot of traps to stop that wave, and then the other side where you can focus yourself until you've got enough money to actually, you know, defend both sides properly. So the next thing I want to get is probably the trinket of the mana. So I'm going to purchase that, and I'm going to purchase the upgrade. I don't want the mana rage because it only lasts longer. It doesn't reduce the cooldown or anything like that, so not worth 15 points. The next thing I want to get is the crossbow, if I can find it. Where is the crossbow? There it is. So I'm going to purchase the crossbow, get the headshot, and of course I'm going to pick up this one, headshot generates mana, another great way of actually reproducing mana. And the crossbow is very powerful, not so much for the smaller minions, you know, orcs and whatnot, but for the elite mobs, if you like, the ogres, the trolls, the mountain trolls, the big earth elementals. This is great for that, because you can pretty much keep them stunned indefinitely, because your headshots give you mana back, and of course your stun costs mana, so you're just constantly in a cycle, and it's just awesome. Now we're going to go to traps, and one trap that I want, we've been using Floor Scorcher a lot. I'm actually going to pick up the grinder, because the grinder is extremely powerful. Now we don't have the ability to have anything else, which is, you know, a bit difficult, but we can gain more skulls in many different ways by doing endless, or just trying to progress through the actual levels, the story mode. So that being said, we're currently on the passage, and we're going to do this now. So let's click play and see what we get. Now let's see. I'm going to press my space key to go, and I remember this one. I've already completed the game on just, you know, I like to do two modes, one for recording and one for just playing, because I can actually progress through. Because my hard drive is very small, I can't record while I play. That's why I do it in two sections. I'm hoping to get a new hard drive pretty soon though, but all my money's going on giveaways at the minute. So what things do we need? Well, we need the lightning, of course. We also need the mana. We don't need our scepter of domination anymore, because we will have our crossbow instead. We'll also need the grinder, because grinder is very important, and we will need barricades, which are very important as well. Sprayers, not so much important, but you know, they're still useful. We don't have archers yet, which is a bit of a letdown, but archers are very, very good. I guess we could go for a few of these other items. And haymakers are pretty good. Especially upgraded, they can do a lot of stunning ability. So, okay, so the first thing to do is, let's think, we'll go down here and we will put barricades right at the back. Now the reason we're putting barricades right at the back is because on this map we've got sappers, and sappers destroy barricades. Now, because they can't get through this bottom area, they're automatically going to go to the top area. And it's a lot easier to defend these two areas than the other areas. Now, I normally use Brimstone. Brimstone is extremely powerful, but the downside is it's got an extremely long cooldown. I think it's like 2-minute cooldown or something like that. Now, what we could try do is block off this here, and it'll force them to all go in one direction, which is fine. I've never tried this method before, but you can see by the little blue lines, they decide to come up these stairs, they notice it's blocked off, then they walk all the way back down and all the way to this side. So we're kind of funneling them into one area, which is very important. Now, the only downside to this is we have to watch out extremely carefully for sappers, because if they destroy the barricades, then we're in a heap of trouble. So the best thing to do is to set up a death box, and death boxes are basically where you gather all mobs in one location and then you just destroy them with traps. And ours is going to be here, and we're going to basically fill this entire wall with these grinders, and we're also going to put ice traps down, and we're also going to put barricades down here, so they all funnel into this one area and not run here. Now, the barricades are not upgraded, so therefore they're going to cost quite a lot of gold, but I do recommend that you upgrade them as soon as possible. That's the next thing I will upgrade, simply because barricades are so useful. Anyone who doesn't use them, it just won't really do the game very well. So, let's actually go. So I'm actually going to jump down here, and I'm going to put down a good old lightning cloud, and then I'm going to use my crossbow just to shoot. You know, I'm not in any hurry at the minute. I can wait for these as long as possible. And as you can see, the lightning cloud is very powerful. It literally one-shots these normal orcs. And then all you need to do now is just go for headshots. I'm not particularly going for headshots, I'm just shooting. As you can see, the hitbox of a headshots is quite... it's not very good. But again, I've got enough mana. Because I have the mana trinket, I can put this down. I can put it down 3 times, and that will do a lot of damage. So it allows me to deal with one side by myself without any, you know, possibility of them actually killing me or getting any further. Now, if we just leave these, they will run to the middle, then they will start running back. But because these are actually blocked off, I think they'll just actually continue to go across, which is cool. Now we're going to get some from this side, and we've got enough money to... let's try put one here. And you want to put it where the orcs will generally come. So they're going to come up here, of course. And let's put... we can't fit one there, so let's fit another one there. And let's jump down here and put down a lightning storm. And let's run over here and also put down a lightning storm. And then we can just run back and possibly put another lightning storm here. And we could just wait now. Wait for them to actually come. Now the advantage point will be here, because we can actually see sappers. Sappers come from all directions. They come from down the corner. So what I might end up doing is putting some acid sprayers just down here, just to cut off any that actually try to get past. As you can see, these are confused. They're running back, they're running forward, they're running back, yada yada. So as you can see, I can stun these indefinitely if I wish to. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lightning these, just to help out, because we don't have much of a kill box here at the minute. And there we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick down some of these here, and possibly here, just to help out with these. As you can see, sappers now, so we need to be careful with these, and just own these as best as possible. And luckily for us, that actually worked out quite well. You need to be extremely careful here, because sappers are probably the worst things that can be on a map. Now, when you've got traps, of course, it's a lot easier, but when you don't have traps, like Brimstone really owns these quite well. As you can see, I wasn't paying attention up here, and they almost broke down these barricades. So if we can hold out with these barricades until we get a reset, then they'll actually regenerate back up to full HP. But as you can see, they didn't work, because basically if you don't have the upgrades for them to unjam quicker, then it's a lot more difficult. So you've got to be mindful of that. There we go. So our barricades have reset, which is good. Now this is why I like to have archers, because every barricade I have 2 to 3 archers behind them. Now, because orcs will actually run this way, they will get shot by the archers, so it's another good thing. But it also protects the barricades from the sappers, which is extremely important. Without archers, it's really impossible to defend all of your structures. So I do recommend buying archers and getting them upgraded. So we've got quite a bit of gold. Let's set out our kill box, and it's going to be here, and then let's put a trap here. So I'm pretty confident at the minute, and I'm quite happy with these here. I'm going to sell that one, and I'm actually going to put this over here. And the reason I'll put it here is because I want that to kill any sappers that I might miss. You know, normally I'd use archers, but unfortunately, because I don't, you know, have any archers yet, I have to rely on traps that actually can kill sappers. The spike traps do not kill them, they're just too fast, so it doesn't actually register. Anywho, let's get going. I'm going to stay here because I can see better, and I can actually focus on the sappers when they do come. So, what's that up there? Aha. So let's actually take a look at this guy. Let's get some headshots, and you can see how powerful headshots actually are. And only the bow can do this. Like, I'm going to stop him and shoot him, and you get headshots and extra damage, and then these are pretty much dead. Now, we need to watch out for these. And so as you can see, oh, they're all blown up. That's not good. So again, the sappers just totally missed them, and my anti-sapping machine did not work. So let's deal with that. And I'm actually going to put down 2 more barricades. I mean, I need them. I really do need them. So I'm going to put down some more traps here. And then you normally can hear when sappers come, because you get the that noise if you heard it. Which, where are they coming from? As you can see, they're exploding there, destroying my barricades, and they will automatically go for barricades. They won't go for anything else but barricades, because that's what they're programmed to do: destroy barricades. And archers are really strong, and they can actually tag onto these quite easily. So that side seems pretty legit. I'm gonna do my best to defend this and do a little bit of damage to these guys. And a little bit of damage there. A little bit of damage there. Because I can leave my mana to regen, I don't really need to worry. These have got a long way to actually run before they do anything dangerous. And again, use a bit of lightning just to help out my traps. And maybe help out here. And is that open? No, it's not. They just decide to run down here for some odd reason. But it's always a good idea to check out your barricades. Now, if you want to protect your barricades and you've got your barricades upgraded but you don't have archers, you can always put a barricade a little bit further down, and then the sappers will destroy that instead of your actual barricades, which I think I'll do there. And I'll probably do on the other side. That way I can get rid of some traps. So, if I put a barricade here and sell them and put my other barricade back there, I can make my kill box a little bit bigger. And here we go, we've got more sappers depending on where they're coming from. As you can see, they're actually destroying that, which is better than my other barricades, that's for sure. Let's take a look over here and destroy them. And anything anywhere else? Let's focus on this guy, get some headshots. Now normally these orcs are extremely hard to kill. And again, the sappers are really destroying us. But it's not too bad. I mean, all I need to do is put some more traps down there to counter them really. And get some lightning here. Maybe give him a headshot if I can get his head. Okay, so we know that sappers are being a problem. So how can we combat this? Well, I mean, there's a few ways we can do it. We can add some haymakers. They're relatively good. We can add maybe a haymaker here and here. We can possibly... I don't think we could get away with any other trap down here, but I could put some ice traps just to stop them coming from that way. And of course I could put a few here, which won't stop all of them, but it'll stop some of them. And then we can put this here maybe. Actually, I think I'll put that here, just to kill any that actually come out. Because this is going to work. That's going to work. They're going to work. So this seems to be a bit more protected. And then I'll move this one from the back and place it here. And that's fine over there. We've got a bit of a coin there. Best to pick that up. And that will leave us to put down another trap there. So ice traps are very poor on this character. On the male war mage, you get tar traps, which are constant slowing. The ice traps are just like trap one, and then that's it, and then they've got a cooldown. So not particularly the best, but hey ho. So we've got sappers coming from not that direction, not that direction. So from this direction, up there, most likely. And I need to get back up there actually. And shoot them. Any more? See, there's tons of sappers down there. And they just keep coming. But now they're going to get destroyed by them. So I'm going to help out just a little bit. With some headshots and a bit of damage. And we got some more sappers. Let's deal with that with a headshot and listen to where the sappers are coming from. Okay, so can we maybe get it before it blows up? Okay, we got some orcs here. Let's just help out a little bit. The main priority is the sappers, because the orcs they have to run all the way around, so we don't even need to worry about them. But when it comes to sappers, extremely annoying. But funny enough, they become a problem of the past when you get archers. 2 archers is enough to deal with like 50 sappers, just because it takes 1 hit to kill them, and that's it. Also, one thing I want to try test out is when you get the conversion mushroom. Apparently, if you convert sappers, they become a real problem for the enemy. I'm not sure in what way, because I've never tried it, but it will be something to try. So I'm going to put some traps here. Now, I didn't have to put them all there, but it will probably deal with the majority of the sappers, so I can actually focus on the other ends. So for instance, this side and of course the middle. Now I need to deal with these because they're quite annoying. Now, as you can see, the haymakers are pretty damn good. And for me, with my lightning, you know, I've got no problem with dealing with all of these. Now, if you spam your crossbow, it gets very erratic, so you do need to take your time and go for headshots. That's why it's important that you take your time. If you use your middle mouse button, you can zoom in, so you can actually get better headshots but the hitboxes are terrible on this. They were like that on number 1. And what's happening down here? Nothing. He just seems to be chilling. Weird. And yeah. Now the other thing that possibly can cause a problem for you personally as the player on Orcs Must Die 2 is null hunters. If you don't defend yourself against them, they will just destroy you, and they will automatically go after your archers. So perhaps having a paladin who can stun them would be a good possibility to have in your arsenal. For me, that's the problem I'm having on a lot of the well, a lot of the games that I'm playing at the high end. It's just there's just too many null hunters. I was playing endless and I got to like wave 20 and there was about 17 null hunters at a time. It was insane. I couldn't understand how there could be so many null hunters. There was just null after null after null, and they literally just destroyed my 15 archers. And as you see, they're extremely fast, but they are easy to kill if you can get them as they're running at you. However, if you attack these, for instance, when you're very close to them, if you miss, they slow you down tremendously, and it's extremely difficult to survive against a few of them. So as you can see, a few of them did get past, and that's because we've only got 4 of these, and they're not actually upgraded to unjam faster. So as you can see, this kind of starting, and there we go. So hopefully they'll get sucked in. Not maybe so much, but being the lightning god as we are, we can actually help out tremendously with this. And because we've got so much mana, we are pretty strong. That's why I always get the mana amulet or trinket, because it's so good, especially when you're using the cloud and all the other stuff. So for instance, if I go over here and stick down that and then run back, and I don't like to pick up the mana potions because they could come in handy later on, so I generally like to stay away from them. And we're on wave 9, and there's one more. Where is he? He's down here. There he is. As you can see, I stunned him. And wow, there's tons of mana things here. And there we go. So we get a little break now, which is nice. And we've got 7,000 points we can spend. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another kill box. And well, it's not really going to be a kill box. I'm just going to place tons of traps here. I can't place any here except for the ice ones, but that's fine. Snappers run from here, so that should take care of a lot of the snappers, or sappers rather. I can place a few here as well, and I can probably place a few here. Now the reason I'm using acid spitters rather than the grinders is because the grinders have a very short range in where they can suck up enemies. So grinders are best kept for places like here, but again they can still get past. So I'm going to use the rest of my gold on some slowing traps, just to maybe stop a few null hunters, rather, you know, stuff like that. So let's go again, and we're going to get some really tough mobs now. We're going to get a lot of sappers. Like down here they're going to get owned quite well. Over there they're probably going to get owned, so we need to kind of focus. There we go. See, they're quite fast. They don't actually trigger a lot of traps. So here we get a big troll, which he's going to go down with a few headshots and try and destroy them. Now luckily this, well, protection here isn't particularly useful. It's just to stop them from going on this side. So as long as there's one, they will have to walk into this side to gather up basically, and we need to be careful now because we don't want them to get past. And looks like they're going down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump down here, set down a sexy lightning storm, and then run all the way back around because we got more sappers, which is not good. No. Now, here we go. So I need to focus more on this side now. And then let's focus on this side. Focus on this. I'm not too bothered about the big ogres really. I just need to focus on these sappers. And I think the lightning might do me justice here. If I can see him coming. There we go. It's just about timing with the lightning because it's actually quite difficult to hit him. A big ogre, so I'm going to stun him if I can hit him and get some mana back. Now, when enemies are frozen, they take extra damage, so it's always important to freeze them. That's why the ice amulet is pretty decent, but not needed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down another one of these. I'm going to put down a few more here. If I can aim it correctly. And I don't have enough for one of them, but I'm sure I will if I picked up a coin. And then stick one down just there. And I'm going to deal with this guy right here. There we go. As easy as that. So easy at dealing with the harder mobs with the crossbow. And here, one headshot and he's almost dead. Can't get him, gonna stun him and get some more headshots. And dead. That's it. Done. Dusted. Job is a good one. Deal with these and then maybe deal with a few of these. Maybe a few of these. Got some hard ones here. Let's do a bit of lightning on there. That's fine. You can be shot. And then let's deal with this guy. Can't really see his big head. Not best to do it side on. It's always best to do it face forward. That way you can just easily own them. But I'll let him come round. Because he's quite slow, the normal orcs will get to me way faster than the big orcs will. Or trolls, or whatever you want to call them. And just need to be careful over here that they're not actually getting through. That's fine. Let's do a bit of damage there. Let's do a bit of head shooting there. And the majority of these will die simply because of all the traps down there. So I'm going to stun him, zoom in, and get some headshots, and he's dead. So crossbow probably the most powerful tool in the game for dealing with the harder minions. If you're really accurate, probably the best tool to deal with orcs as well, because it's a one-hit kill on the majority of them, and it's about 3 to 4 on the other ones as well, so not too bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to put down some of these here. Not extremely powerful, but might as well waste the gold that I've got. And need to be extremely careful here. And deal with this side. Maybe check middle. As you see, he's almost, well, he's actually, no, he's not almost dead. But we're in no danger of losing this match, to be honest. Not unless we get unlucky with sappers. But again, you can always hear when sappers come because of the noise they make when they shoot out of the gate. I need to deal with these guys. Get a bit of lightning in there. God, I hate archers. He's totally dead. As soon as they get frozen, you know that they are dead. Let's put down some more freezing traps. Just because we can. Is everything okay back here? It's always nice to check if they're still intact or not. Let's do a little bit of damage here. And maybe a bit of damage here. A bit of damage there. It's always nice to throw out some damage here and there, especially when you've got mana to spare, basically. There's no point not doing any damage to them, because they might be the orcs that actually sneak through, which is not good. And there we go, guys. So 12 out of 12, that should be a 5 skull, definitely. No, it's not. Why isn't it not a 5 skull? I don't know why it wasn't a 5 skull. Perhaps I didn't meet some criteria. Let's go to stats and see. It was the time. Oh, I was 10 seconds beyond that. How lame. So I should have been a bit more aggressive and gone looking for the orcs instead of playing a bit passive and waiting for them to come to us. But I mean, I'll probably redo this with the archers, and I guarantee I'd shave about 5 minutes off my time just because of how easy it is. You don't have to deal with the sappers yourself. So once you get past the passages, you actually unlock archers, which is funny enough actually. But yeah, so the next episode should be even better because archers are pimp. So guys, thank you for watching. I will catch you in the next episode. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a comment, hit that thumbs up button, and if you want to see more, make sure you subscribe. So I'll see you next time, guys. Peace.